Behind every crime there's a story of betrayal, heartbreak, and sometimes something far darker. Carly Gregg, once a bright young girl with her whole life ahead of her, became a killer. But what led her down this dark path? This is the story of how a good student turned into a cold-blooded murderer. Ashley Smiley was 40, a high school math teacher, and a beloved mother to her teenage daughter Carly. But despite what people saw on the outside, their home wasn't as perfect as it seemed. There were secrets, and Carly, just 15 years old, had been hiding one of the darkest secrets of all. It all started on March 19, 2024, when an argument broke out between Carly and her mother. Ashley had just discovered Carly's use, and the confrontation was heated. Carly, humiliated and angry, couldn't control her emotions, but she didn't know it yet. This anger would push her to the edge. After the argument, Carly returned home. As she stepped out of the car, her face was filled with rage. Her mother, unaware of the storm building inside her daughter, went inside to her bedroom. Carly's rage was about to boil over. Alone at home, Carly's plan began to unfold. She grabbed a gun, tucked it behind her back, and paced nervously. But there was no returning back now. When she finally found her mother alone, she shot her in the face. The sound of the gunshot echoed through the house. Ashley Smiley was dead. But Carly wasn't dead. After killing her mother, she didn't panic, she didn't run. Instead, she walked into the kitchen, took her mother's phone, and sent a text to her stepfather, pretending to be Ashley. She asked him when he would be coming home. Carly wasn't just killing her mother. She was setting the stage for what would happen next. And then Carly did something more chilling. She messaged her friend asking them if they've ever seen a dead body before. Her friends, confused, couldn't understand what she was talking about. What kind of joke was this? But Carly wasn't joking. She was about to show them something they would never forget. Without any warning, Carly sent them a photo of her mother's lifeless body lying on the floor. Her friends were horrified. They didn't know how to react. They couldn't understand what was happening. But Carly, emotionless, didn't care. She had just murdered her mother and was now taunting her friends with the evidence. Moments after the text, Carly's stepfather finally arrived home. But Carly wasn't there to face him. She had already done what she set out to do. When he opened the door, Carly shot him too. He was lucky to survive, but the terror of that moment was enough to send him into a panic. He tried to fight back, but Carly had already left.
Okay, sir. Where's your wife?
She's dead on the floor of my stepdaughter's room.
What's your wife's name?
Ashley Smiley.
Ashley Smiley?
Carly and her friend ran. They ran as fast as they could, desperate to escape what they had just done. Her friend, innocent, had no part in the crime, but Carly turned to the nightmare. The two fled from the house, leaving behind a trail of chaos, confusion, and bloodshed. When Carly was finally caught, the evidence against her was unbearable. The surveillance footage, the text messages, the horrifying photos, everything painted a picture of a girl who had lost her way. The jury took only 2 hours to reach their decision.
The defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of first-degree murder, is charged in the indictment. Count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of attempted murder, as charged in the indictment. Count 3. We, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of tampering with evidence, as charged in the indictment. Please be seated, Ms. Gregg.
Carly Gregg was convicted of murder and attempted murder. She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. This is the tragic story of Carly Gregg, a good student, a girl with a secret life, and a moment of violence that took it all away. What turned a teenage, with so much potential into someone capable of such horror. Only Carly knows.